Hello, all. Happy Friday is when I'm recording this, hopefully when I'm releasing it. Happy Pride to everybody. I'm Sean Nittner, Director of Projects for Evil Hat, and this is the June State of the Hat. And if you're a regular watcher of the series, you're like, wait, didn't you just release the May State of the Hat like a week ago? Yes, I did. And that is because I'm moving these to be at the start of the month rather than the end of the month. I feel like when you come to our project status page, you want to know what's going on this month, not what happened this month. So I'm starting to do these at the start of the month. Hopefully next month it'll be even earlier. So as soon as the month starts almost, we'll come out with one. But I wanted to wait a little bit because I had just done the May last week. And you might think that this was just a week ago. What possibly new could Sean be able to share on the State of the Hat? And the answer is a surprising lot of things. We had several dates kind of click into place. So a few things that were previous, like it's gonna happen sometime soon, I actually have dates for. And one of the things that was gonna happen sometime soon has happened, and I can talk about that. So I'm really excited about that. I'd love to know in comments what you're doing this month. My June is going to be playtesting Spell and Blade. There's a Blades in the Dark solo game that I'm going to be streaming with Judd Carlman, where my character went into Ironhook during the era of Blades in the Dark and came out during the era of Deep Cuts. Excited about that. We'll be playing Metal Showcase 11 p.m., which is a Jason Morningstar solo game that my home group has modded to be played in a large group. And then the same group that's very, very into the aughts nostalgia, we're going to be playing In a Wicked Age, which I haven't played in a Wicked Age. Get it? That was a joke. It's a joke. I might play a little bit of Black Hack, or the Black Hack rather. We'll see if that game comes together. And then we're going to be doing our finale to the Masks of Nyarlathotep game. I think we're something like 26 sessions, 27 sessions in. I missed a couple of the first few, so it's probably going to be 30 sessions. These are 9-hour games, so it's almost like they're 2 sessions each. But yeah, we are, I think, reaching our finale of Masks of Nyarlathotep. I'm very excited about this. It's I'm not sure we're all going to make it. We haven't already. Several of us haven't made it so far. But that's my plans for June. Let me know what you're playing, what you're excited about. And now, without further ado, let's jump into the State of the Hat for June 2026. What's going on with Evil Hat goodness? Let's start off with Umdaar. I'm trying not to get too loud because I've been told that I spike when I get too loud. So just imagine me roaring Umdaar even louder. Last week I said it was going to be out, and this week it is out. Umdaar, the Rebel Broadcast Edition, is available now. It's pay what you want on drive-thru, on itch, and on the Evil Hat website. You can get it at any of those locations. A few updates about it, a few questions people had. Does Umdaar use Fate Accelerated? No, it uses Fate Condensed. However, there are rules in the back for converting to Fate Accelerated, so that is an option if you want. Will Umdaar be available in POD? Yes, very likely. We're gauging interest. So far, it's been very high. If interest is high enough, we're going to be doing another editing pass on it, and then we'll release that for POD. Because it's pay what you want, the POD will also be pay what you want, but you have to pay a minimum of the printing fees. So essentially, if you pay the minimum amount for POD, that just covers the drive-through and lightning source costs. But anything else you pay on top of that, 65% goes to Evil Hat. So folks have been said, well, if I buy the PDF now and I want to get the POD later, will I get a discount? Not necessarily, but you will, in all good consciousness, if you've already paid for the PDF, be able to buy the POD at just the print cost. So we'll know that we've already benefited from you paying from the PDF, and so please get the POD at the minimum cost, whatever that ends up being. So we're excited about Umdaar being available in print. It's over 400 pages. It's massive. It's so good. Another question, not question, but an issue that came up was that Adobe InDesign inserted AI alt text into the image descriptions without us knowing about it. And when we found out, we raged against the machine because AI can go die in a fire. And we immediately scrubbed all that alt text out and re-released it. So if you happen to have downloaded a version of the Royal Broadcast Edition that has any AI alt text in it, please purge that from your life and go re-download it. And the current version will have that scrubbed out. That was just another fun way that capitalism sneaks its way into your life. But I'm super excited that Umdaar is out and available. Some cool features of it are the click and lock archetypes and bioforms. You pick an archetype, you pick a bioform, you slide the sheets together and fill them out, and that makes your character. We also have just a bevy of stunts. These are just the archetype stunts that I'm going through right now. There's also bioform stunts. There's also banner stunts. There's also easy stunts. There's so many stunts. And then if you're like, well, I want to make my own stunts, we have guidance for making your own stunts too. So there's even if you didn't play Umdaar, like the setting at all, even if you didn't play in the Dread Domains or the Freelands, just mining from it, there's so much good stuff in there. So please grab a copy. It is pay what you want, so you can pay $0, check it out. If you like it, you can come back and give us a few bucks for it. If you don't, you can don't. That's fine too. But we'd love to see what you all think. And then, of course, I think I mentioned this last time, there are 4 different banners. There are the Rebels, there are the Pathfinders, the Arcanauts, and the Dignitaries. And depending on which banner you play, it's like a team playbook. Your crew gets your team, your banner. He has a reputation and a region they care about, and the core community they connect with, and they get banner aspects that are shared by the group. And there's lots of choices that you have, and then you can, if you're sort of invested in your banner, one way you can show that is by taking banner stunts as well. So lots of material in there. All right, Umdaar is out now. Go watch Masters of the Universe. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but it will give you. I'm hoping it will. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm hoping it will give you some inspiration for playing your next Umdaar game. Deep Cuts is out. It's been out for some time, but now you can also get a lot of the crowdfunding specials on our web store. So the reason for this behind the scenes is that whenever we order limited edition things, all the add-ons, limited edition book, all that stuff, we have to order more than a backer's purchase. Partially that's because we place the orders before we have the final numbers. Partially that's because we might get some loss or damage, or there's all sorts of errors that could happen during shipping, and so we always print a few extra. And once we have them fully distributed, and everyone who is backed at that level for those rewards, everyone who's backed for those, once they get them, then we can release the remaining few. So if you missed the crowdfunding campaign and you want a limited edition copy, like I've got right there, of Deep Cuts, or the maps are so cool, the Cutter's Deck, or the Red Ledger, which I personally worked on and I'm really, really proud of. It's a fantastic campaign journal. If you want any of that stuff, you can get it now off the Evil Hat website. Supplies are very limited. Once they're gone, they're gone. But there's a few on there now. Also, coming up soon, so that was stuff that was available now and out right now. But coming up soon is Mystic Marginalia. That's going to be released in 2 weeks, 1 week, June 16th, whatever that is. And this has random tables for generating mysteries. Michael just made tons and tons of material for that. There's a new team playbook, the Ensemble, which is like designed for troop play, where people will play multiple characters and you switch characters around. There's 2 new playbooks, the Abandoned and the Elemental. The Abandoned is someone who has been abandoned by their family, their friends, their society. They've had to grow up on their own. And the Elemental is an elemental creature, just like you thought. And then there's also rules for zooming out of combat to handle it really quickly and a quick resolution, and also to zoom in and go moment to moment, beat by beat, and every trade of every blow. So tons of good stuff in Mystic Marginalia. It was sent to backers this week, and it will be going out to release in public. It'll be available in PDF form, on all the normal platforms, drive-through, itch, and our website. It'll be available on Roll20, and it will be available as POD, but when we released it to backers, we found one tiny little error. A table was copied. There was like a copy-paste mistake. We fixed that. We re-released the PDF, but print on demand requires that you send a proof to have printed, and that takes about 3 weeks. So we had to restart the proofing process. So that's underway now, and once the proofing is done, we'll release a POD as well. So there's going to be lots of options to find new ways to slay in Mystic Marginalia. Next up, Don't Rest Your Head. Is this a almost 20-year-old game? Yes, it is. Has it ever been released before on Roll20? No, it hasn't. But we are releasing Don't Rest Your Head on Roll20. It took a long, long time to figure out how to make the madness and exhaustion dice and pain dice and discipline dice all resolve in the die roller and figure out which one was dominating and how exhaustion advanced and whether madness took hold and all those all those contingencies. And once Fred was able to figure out how to build that into a character sheet, Sophie Lagasse then built the compendium and the module and the art pack and everything else that goes with it. So Don't Rest Your Head, a fantastic game, and one that we haven't been able to support on Roll20 until now, but that's going to be coming out in about a month on July 7th. So exciting stuff there. After Don't Rest Your Head, but before the next thing, so something else in July, I'm hoping, crossing fingers, I'll be able to announce another release as well, which seems bananas. Our Q2 and Q3 has been very busy. I'm hoping to announce another release. It'll be next month in the July release. It's mostly a matter of, can we get the layout finished and the POD ready and all that jazz. So yeah, stay tuned for yet another possible July release. And then Blade 68. Okay, I've said Blade 68 is available for pre-order for some time, but now it is only available for pre-order for a few more days. Literally, it's June 5th right now. By next week, it is not going to be available anymore. And the reason for that is that we are locking orders and charging cards. We are going to get ready for shipping in July. And in order to do that, we need to collect all the information and get it to our warehouse and have them prepped, because the books are printing now. I got the wrong image here. I meant to show this image. The books are printing now. And we already have, for instance, the maps. The roadmap is printed and folded and beautiful. We have a lot of the extras. The extras are actually faster to print usually than the books themselves, because Blade 68 is a monster of a book. It's taking some time, but our plan is to be releasing to backers in July and August, and then we'll be releasing it. This is the order I meant, to the public in September. September 14th is the street date for Blades in the Dark. For Blade 68. So if you did not crowdfund, if you are not a crowdfunder, if that is not your jam and you like to purchase things from your friendly local game store or online once they're out, once you've had a chance to thumb through them, September 14th is the date, and we'll have it out and available to everyone in the wide world. Okay, Designers and Dragons. I think I mentioned this last time. Designers and Dragons is printing is underway right now. Backer fulfillment will be delayed, and that is because we found out that slipcase, this beautiful slipcase you see, I can't over there, yeah, the beautiful slipcase you see that is going to wrap around the books cannot be printed until the books are done, and the books are just about to finish up. And then once those get finished up, they'll be sent to the company who's making the slipcase, and then they'll get exact measurements, and they'll send us a template, and then we will send them an art template that shows, the dragons all around it. And then once that art template is completed, they will then they'll build and wrap the slipcases with the art that we sent, and then they'll be sent. So all that said, we assume that the slipcases were going to be manufactured concurrently with the the books, because most of the time whenever we send in multiple orders of things, that's how it works. But in this case, because they need the exact measurement of the books first, so they get the width correct, there's a delay. So I'm thinking we're going to be delivering to backers in September, and we're going to be releasing to the public in October. But we will release an actual backer update as soon as we have that confirmed. That's what we're leaning towards right now. Rangers of a Broken World, by Leon Richardson, is a game of post-apocalyptic grim fairy tale stories where grim fairy tale isn't the right phrase. It's not Disney fairy tale, and it's not terrible fairy tale, but it is a dark world, and your characters are looking for hope in each other and the people that you connect with in the world. And you can make the world better. That is a promise of the game. But the world has a lot of troubles after this war and after this cataclysm, after this catastrophe. And so you're doing what you can to improve things. So it's got a very fairy tale-ish vibe, and there's lots of deep, dark woods and hidden mysteries. But there's also a lot of hope. I mean, it's called The Age of Hope and Song. So that's what it's about. The layout is complete. We are proofreading it right now through July. The art brief is going to be due. The art brief, which is the list of all the art that we're going to send to artists, that's due any day, maybe even as early as next Monday. And then we'll start doing art commissioning. So very excited for Rangers to get ready for crowdfunding. Our plan is to crowdfund Rangers of a Broken World in October. So more on that once we develop things. We're doing all the preliminary stuff right now. Okay, yes. Oh, I have some bits about it. Here's a little sample of the layout by Chris Viana. It looks absolutely amazing. Here is some of the art from Lauren Colt. This is our beckoning infiltrator who's just whispering sweet nothings right now, just beckoning you to come a little closer. And if you are interested in how layout is done or interested in Rangers, I highly recommend checking out this series that Chris released. It's 3 videos that Chris Viana released as she was doing the layout itself. And it's not just building layout, it's also finding inspiration and all that jazz. So great stuff there. All right, I think from here out, nope. I'm wrong. I was going to say we're going to go rapid fire, but not quite. Rocket Club playtesting just wrapped up. We're giving the playtesters a few more days to submit their feedback surveys, and then we'll collate all that data, get it to M, and M will work on revisions, and then that process will take as long as it will take. But thank you everyone who playtested. We are super excited. There's a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of streams that happened during the playtest. Thank you in particular to Danny Mendoza for all the streams that you ran. It was fantastic just seeing so many people playing Rocket Club in different adventures, and different characters. Really fantastic. So that is in development now. Okay, and now we're going to go into rapid fire motion, where I'm just going to tell you progress keeps turning along. So nothing terribly new, but at the end of the video, we'll do some company updates. So here we go. Tiān Dēng, we're going to release it for open playtest in a few months once we have some more art for it, and we've made some revisions. So internal playtesting just wrapped. Second open playtest will be in a few months. Project Perseus is in development now. We have a final text, but not a final draft, because the final text was sort of preliminary, and we're finding all these little bits and pieces that we still need to add. But exciting progress there. Godkiller is under development by Connie. Connie is working on the slew rules, which is the multiplayer version of it. So you'll be able to play the duet game, but there's also going to be a multiplayer version of it. So that's what's underway right now. Dagger Isles, we're continuing to develop playbooks and empire sheets and naval and shipboard actions. So much good stuff in there. I am so excited about it. But all I can say right now is development continues. Abyssal's name is being changed. I'll have a new placard for this next time. It's going to be a Monstrous Undertaking. So that will so if you hear about a Monstrous Undertaking, that will be known as the game formerly known as Abyssal. But other than that, the biggest change I can say, or the biggest update I can say, is progress continues as we keep working on that. I've been meeting with Vi weekly, and we just finished the Darkling, and this little gremlin, this little hiding in the shadows ghoul of a character is just such a delightful little guy. And we're moving on to the Enlightened next. So I'm excited about diving into that. Streets of Jade, playtest, post-playtest development continues. Just did a duel with Mendez, and we brought another person in, Mary Rose Valentine, who is like a hardcore Streets of Jade playtester and has worked with Mendez on it. And we did the duel with Mendez and I worked fine, but we had iterated several times. We've been like, let's try this. And if that doesn't work, let's try this, try that. But we'd iterated so far away from the core Paragon system that when we tried to teach it to somebody new, we're like, oh, wow, this is really complex. And then we did it, and then we played it, and we're like, and also kind of not fun. So anywho, that dueling rule, which maybe last week I said, oh, I think we've got the dueling rules. That one's been scrapped, but the great news was we got some new ideas, and so we're excited to move on to something that's a lot closer actually to the Agon battle system, but something that's particularly defined for duels, and typically defined for duels within Streets of Jade. So more on that soon. As the sun forever sets, development continues on this. I jumped ahead, or rather, I've gotten to the company section. Last week, I think I told you about the business to business series, and I talked about setting up a retailer account. We released another video, which was setting up a Bits and Mortar account. So if you are a retailer who sells Evil Hat games, or actually any of the 270 publishers that are part of Bits and Mortar, if you sell any of those games, sign up for the site, and it will give you the ability to, when you hand somebody a physical book that you have sold them, you can immediately send them a copy of the PDF for free, no charge to you or to them. It is a fantastic service. Evil Hat is a part of it, but we are not by any means the extent of it. And we want more and more people to use the service, particularly retailers, but also publishers. If you want to join Bits and Mortar and make your PDFs available for people when they buy the physical book at a local game store, check out the site, and you can contact to join. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool for getting PDFs out there. It's a great way to have an extra value that you can offer, where you say, here's the book, and the PDF comes right along with it. So wonderful tool. But that just came out in our business series. And last two times I've talked about the conversations with creators. We're working more on that. So here's our current kind of template. See that blue guy? That's me. And the person on the left is going to be the person that I'm talking to. So we're Leandro, who is making the template right now, is playing around with a bunch of things, but I'm really jazzed about this. I'd love to know what you think. I wonder if the yellow is too harsh, if we should go with a softer color, a warmer color. I like that it's very bold and vibrant, but also yellow is kind of like the warning color. So let me know in the comments. Do you like that? Do you like that template? Yeah, and would you like to see it? I want it to be lighthearted. That's the nature of the show. It's conversational, so I'm looking for something that evokes that. Let me know what you think. And then finally, going back to some more Evil Hat stuff. If you are a gamer in Australia, we have good news, which is that we have just added Let's Play games to our list, to our distributors in Australia. If you are an Evil Hat fan, and you are, particularly if you're an Evil Hat fan and you're not in the United States, and you're looking for where you can find our games, if you go to the retail and distributor info page on our website, if you go to that page, it lists links to all of our distributors. So if you are a retailer and you want to get games, that's a great way to do it. If you are a customer and you want your local game store to carry our products, you can point them here, and also know that we can also ship direct to retailers. So if you're a retailer and you want to create a retailer account, go to that business to business series, and we'll walk you through that as well. I think that's it for this month. for the State of the Hat for June. I'm really excited to be doing these at the start of the month. I'm really excited that in the next quarter, we have so many possible releases. That was a ton of stuff, and there's going to be even more coming soon. So next month, I hopefully can announce even one more thing. So talk to you all soon. And till then, take care of yourselves. And if you can, take care of someone else as well.